Here's an old classic, the Magnum Palomar amplifier, and this has been, we've got about, I don't know, 40 or 50 different amps lying around the place from years gone by, and had a mate of mine just sort of say I need something for 10 metres, and I thought, well, while I've got this Washington sitting here, let's have a bit of a look and see what this does. Now, I'm in a dummy load, guys, so don't despair. ACMA are not going to be, strike force and tactical response group here or anything. We're on dummy load, all good, being good. All right, now, let's have a look. Just standard power out of the Washington from last night was about 15-20 watts, 15 watts, I think. Full scale's 15 watts. Hello. Full scale's not 15 watts because we're on the 150 watt scale. Let's go back here. Hello. All right, so let's call that about 14 watts input there, which is, kind of nice. And you won't find that this is going to vary much over 10 or 11 meters. That's probably the next question, but it'll be very close. So we go to on, we go to max because all knobs to the right. We go to 150 watts this time, and let's just see what it does. I'll try and get a close look at this so we can really get an idea. I'm guessing it'll be a 2-pill amp, so probably about 100 watts or so. Hello. Touching 120 watts there. Hello. It's a nice little booster amp without going too crazy. Very clean too, really. Well, clean, but still got a little bit of dust in it. Very clean, but dust. Not sure that came out the. Yeah, anyway. Let's admit there's a bit of dust on some of the stuff out here in the shed. We'll sort that. Forget that comment. Anyway, and I did check earlier, and it's the receive amp was doing absolutely nothing on it. The fact that it's not actually coming on there, it's probably just a faulty switch or something, but that we'll have a look at, but I'm not too concerned about. The major part that this amp's going to be used for is just to get 100 watts out of a radio that's only doing about 10-12 watts. So that's generally why people want these things. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Now, from memory, when you went down to low on these things, and low, high, medium, wasn't all that different. Yeah, okay, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Fair enough. Let's go to medium. I don't think there's going to be much in this. Oh, a little bit, yeah. What's this one? High. Hello, 90 watts. And then max. Hello. Just touching 120. 110 to 120 watts there. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right, that's actually not sounding too bad. Speaking of sounding, I wonder if we can hear this thing. What are we on? 355. Hang on, that won't work. Whoops. Oh. I know, they're a bit slow. But we get there. 1 2 1 2. Okay, now what are we on at the moment? I'm going to have to have a look here. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Well, that's just lovely. And I haven't got a spare hand to do this, because what I'd have to do, hang on, 1 2. Hang on, 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. Hello, 1 2 3 4 5. Actually, it's not sounding too bad. 1 2 3. Hang on. 1 2 1 2. Oh, that's way too much volume there. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, that sounded good. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 1 2. No sort of distortion, anything like that. Look, honestly, we really should be looking at that with a spectrum analyzer, and we've got machines to do that here. Let's have a listen on AM. AM. 1 2 1 2. Now, of course, our drive is a lot less on AM, so the standing is going to be about 60 watts. But hello, 1 2, picking up hello, yeah, 120. Hello. Okay. Now, something occurred to me. I bought a stack of these way back from Ray, I reckon. I think someone supplied us a stack of these things. I've never even run one up. We've got them new here. And I don't know what they profess to do or but what the heck, half the size, half the power, I don't know. Let's hook it up. Okay, now with this one, the preamp will work. Let's just put a signal into there. I don't know, just put a little bit in there, like that. And we should see, back that level off a bit, we should see that switch there is, there you go. So they do have an effective preamp. So it goes yellow when the preamp is on. There we go, get back a bit. But of course, no one cares about that. All they care about is how much power does this thing do? I'm curious myself. I've never hooked one up. I had a lot of them here, but just they've either gone out the door to somebody. I've never had a chance to hook one up. Okay, one, yeah. We're on sideband. But you know what? We're not going to be able to need enough. Let's just see how much power it is before we worry about resolution. 1, 2, 1, 2. Harder. Okay, so that red line there is our power line. Yeah, we'll never get it. Hang on. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hang on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that's all right. I just had to. Yeah, don't worry if it sounds a little distorted. We are putting a fair bit into the front end of this. We're on the 150 watt scale. So that red scale you're looking at there is your power. I reckon bouncing up to about 75 watts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My very off frequency. Yeah, forget that. Okay, so how warm's it getting? Another dust-free one. Yeah, not quite. Look at the dust on this. Seriously, this is stuff that's been lying around. See, put your finger over it. It is dust. My goodness. All right. So what do we think of this? Good point. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go to AM and just see what's happening on AM, just with some carrier. I'd say it'd be about the same sort of watts, 60, 70 watts. Sitting at 50 and taking high, right on 80 watts actually. High, 75 to 80. It's like I'm sort of working on the premise that if I scream louder, I'll get more watts, but trust me, it doesn't work like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's sounding quite clean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. Sorry, let's just put that AM. Now, sorry, just so you know, that doesn't mean anything. It's no big deal. It's actually more, when I'm on AM here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, as you can see, no power difference, no nothing. All it is, it's the delay that you need for sideband. Okay, so when we go to sideband and we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and I stop talking, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how the amplifier's not clicking out? On AM, you'll find it probably have a 1, 2, well, it's still staying in there. Oh well, anyway, that's the theory. It's a delay, SSB, AM, etc., etc. All right, well, I could go through a lot more amps, but it was just I really wanted to look at this one, and this one was sitting here, and actually another mate of mine's looking at just doing a little, he's got a QRP radio, which he doesn't want a lot of power out of it. Michael, this might suit you actually, just to do what you want to do. If you want something larger, mate, yeah, we've got heaps of larger ones here. There's, as I was saying, just someone the other day, there's probably 40 or 50 different amps lying around the place. It's just a matter of finding where they all are. I keep, you know, I've run around the place, and out in the American barn here, there's a stack. There's a stack in the workshop. There's one whole shelf full of them stacked on top of each other. Probably about 20 of them there. So yeah, and I say these numbers, but you know, I think, oh look, with valve amps and stuff, we'd have over 50 easily. But we've got a lot of little mobile amps sitting around the place. So a lot of them I collected over the years, just a bit of fun. But anyway, all right. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh, by the way, this thing had a little fan that you can put on top of it and flick on, and sorry, a little fan on top, and that's not a bad idea if you're doing a fair bit of work with it and you want to just keep a bit of airflow happening. Also, that's probably how the dust got in there. Not sure. Anyway, but yeah, well, there you go. Just a little bit of a hit on some amps, and this actually gives me a way to show a couple of mates of mine a couple of amplifiers that they're inquiring about. So anyway, all good. All right, thanks very much for having a look at this quick video. Unusual for me, isn't it? I normally rave on for hours. This sold, by the way. This is gone. This is a chap that's actually buying this for his father. And so that was really a lovely gesture. And it's heading down to Wangaratta Way. So Wang, good old Wang. All right, anyway. It's certainly good to see a few people, getting back active. And by the way, the story behind that is his father was active in the 70s on CV, wants to get moving again. He's got an old 18 channel from the 70s that obviously doesn't really do the trick for him completely. So we've supplied him this beautiful Washington to get him out of trouble. All right, 73s, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button if you could, please. Hit the like button. And I looked at the stats the other day. Hitting that like button is helping us. It's getting us some new people. I don't know if you know how that works, because I don't. But people tell me that, yes, it's starting to get our distribution on the algorithm, blah, blah, blah. And it really helps us because I'm getting new customers out of it. And that's what I really need at the moment to clear out a lot of the bits and pieces we need to get out of here. Trust me, it's not about the money. I couldn't care less about the money. I wish I was back at that stage where I desperately needed money, but I don't. But I desperately need space. So I do need your help in getting these radios out of here. It was fun while it lasted. All right, guys, 73s. VK3 Charlie Mike, JDW 229, Tangambalanga, Northeast Victoria. Off and clear. All the best.